One point before we get to the mailbag. This also pertaining to Christianity. We haven't talked about the war in Ukraine all that much recently. We haven't talked about the war in Gaza and the Middle East all that much recently. However, after President Trump called for the U.S. taking control of Gaza, building that beautiful Trump casino right there on the Gaza Strip, the state of Israel said, no, we're going to take control of it. Again, the state of Israel controlled Gaza for a very, very long time. In the mid-2000s, they gave control to the Palestinian Authority. The Palestinian Authority lost control, gave it to Hamas. Didn't really work out with Hamas having control. So now Israel says, we're going to take it back. Okay, perfectly understandable. However, they're now ordering Gazans to leave Gaza City. And this creates a problem, not just for the Muslims, but for the Christians. So there's a joint statement by the Latin Patriarch and the Greek Patriarch in Gaza. A few weeks ago, the Israeli government announced its decision to take control of Gaza City. In recent days, the media indicate that the population of Gaza City, where hundreds of thousands of civilians live and where our Christian community is located, is to be evacuated and located to the south of the Strip. Reports of heavy bombardment continue to be received. There was more destruction and death in a situation that was already dramatic before this operation. I'm not going to read the whole thing, just the really operative points. Since the outbreak of the war, the Greek Orthodox compound of St. Porphyrius and the Holy Family compound have been a refuge for hundreds of civilians. Among them are elderly people, women, and children. In the Latin compound, we are hosting since many years, or for many years, people with disabilities who are under the care of the Sisters, Missionaries of Charity. Like other residents of Gaza City, the refugees living in the facilities will have to decide, according to their conscience, what they will do. Among those who have sought shelter within the walls of the compound, many are weakened and malnourished due to the hardships of the last months. Leaving Gaza and trying to flee to the south would be nothing less than a death sentence. For this reason, the clergy and nuns have decided to remain and continue to care for all those who will be in the compounds. Okay. As you know, I have the least popular view on the Israel-Gaza conflict, Israel-Palestine conflict, because I have nuance to it and I recognize the claims of both sides. And I'm simply attempting to pursue justice here. And I even recognize the imperial politics that are involved, including great powers like our own country, the United States. I don't think that Hamas should be given a state. I don't march with Greta Thunberg wearing the keffiyehs or anything like that. I'm not even an N-word, a nationalist. I'm not a hardcore nationalist. I don't think that we need nation states for every single grouping of people in the world, and I recognize imperial politics. I even recognize why Israel sees as a national security matter why they have to take control of the Gaza Strip. I get all of that. You can't displace the Christians. Hold on one second. Go to armor.com/Knowles. We are living in a world that our bodies are not terribly suited for. EMFs, artificial light, seed oils, microplastics, endocrine disruptors, chronic stress. These modern threats are disrupting our cellular signaling, damaging our gut health, and accelerating aging from the inside out. What if there were a way to revive your body's natural defenses? Armra colostrum is nature's first whole food. It's packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that work at the cellular level to reactivate your body's innate capacity to regenerate and thrive. Unlike probiotics that only address one part of your gut wall, Armra colostrum fortifies your entire gut wall system. It strengthens immune barriers throughout your mouth, sinuses, lungs, gut, and reproductive tract while optimizing your microbiome and combating bloating. Plus, it ignites your metabolism by guarding against toxins that drive inflammation and slow you down. Are you ready to reclaim your health? Well, we've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 30% off your first subscription order. Go to armor.com/Knowles, KNWLES, and enter Knowles, KNWLES, at checkout to get 30% off your first subscription order. Mr. Davies has sworn by this stuff for years. I absolutely love it. Go to armra, armra.com/Knowles, KNWLES. You can't displace the Christians. Can't do it. This is the oldest Christian population in the world. And as the patriarchs, the Greek and Latin patriarchs say here, if they try to move these people that they're caring for, some of the most vulnerable people in Gaza, that will be a death sentence to them. And so they're going to stay. Very heroic that they're going to stay during what looks like is going to be an Israeli occupation. Okay. I would just recommend to the Israeli authorities that they should not touch a hair on the head of any of these people, that it would be very bad for them to do that because the government of Israel is losing a lot of support throughout the West and even in the United States, which is the political protector of the state of Israel. And they're losing support even among conservatives and Republicans who are inclined to support them. And many conservatives see all the sorts of problems of the Islamists who've been fighting for 1,400 years and of Hamas and all the rest. But when the sisters and the priests and the nuns are staying there to care for the elderly and the little babies and the sick and the disabled, not a hair on their heads should be touched. That's going to make a real political problem for the state of Israel, and I don't think they should test it. That was a great clip. Now stop, ring the bell, subscribe. See you next time.